G'day, bonjour, guten tag. Hello, everyone. I'm Blake. I'm just going to talk a bit about Don't Pay the Ferryman with projects, virtues and vices, and then bronze, silver, and gold quests. Okay, so we will use Anya today. Let's just so you can see what the hell I'm talking about. So here's Anya. She's a fairly kick-ass sort of warrior lady. Worship of Morrigan, goddess of conflict and battle and stuff. So there's Anya. She's a human warrior. In PBTA, she'd probably be a ghost Talon. In Dragonbane, should just be a regular fighter. Sorry, actually, should be a hunter. But all good. She's out there fighting the good fight. So Anya has wrath and charity. So wrath as a vice and charity as a virtue. So she gets angry when her tribe or her people get hurt, and whenever possible, if she's got extra money, she'll do things to help the downtrodden and the poor and children and all of that sort of stuff. That's part of her charity sort of bent. That's why she fights. That's her reason for doing what she does. Now, if we're looking at, say, in between a mission, she's just finished one quest, come back to town or the village. So, embracing her virtue. So, charity, she's got some gold for the reward. She's like, I've paid my, got my armor repaired. I've got food in my belly. Let's give some to some poor people, down on their luck. Say, rolling for understanding, roll under your charisma. Now, she's only got 9, which is average. It's fine. But I rolled a natural 1, or a dragon. So she could gain a new contact. She could vision of a future event. Discover useful information. Learn of a peaceful area in the gloom. Okay, so while she's helping out of the orphanage, some of the priests or the druids there are talking about when they were in the gloom, in the dreamlands, the other world. They found this very peaceful spot that was good to relax in, and they said, you go past this grove of trees, past this weird rock formation, and there you are by the river. That's a really nice spot. So she's just learned of a nice place to go if you're in the gloom in that area. And so, that might be good to go. Maybe a place to retire or just a place to visit when she wants to. Things are getting to her too much. And it's, a bonus of something she overheard while she's doing her charity thing. Okay, so now, but maybe the mission didn't go well and she's going to indulge her vice, her wrath, because she's really annoyed and doesn't sort of have an outlet. So there's a bit of brawling in town because it's, Celtic Bronze Ages or even Greek Bronze Ages. It's not hard. There's either arenas or there's someone having a fight for like sparring. She'll get into that. So willpower. She's got 9 willpower. Roll it underneath as well. So so she learned of a threat to someone in her faint weave. So while she's doing some sparring with some others to work out her frustrations, she overhears a conversation that someone's really pissed off with someone else in her faint weave, her group of, someone in her party, someone, her adventurers. And she's like, well, she can either try and deal with it herself, take on the person, or follow them, or warn her thing or her comrade. That's up to her, but that's something she overhears and finds out about while she's indulging her wrath and beating the tar out of someone, most likely. Okay, now let's go to projects. Now, Anya has got wrath and charity, so she's probably not going to be the climb the 3 highest mountains sort of ongoing projects thing, but she might go for, because she's got charity and wrath, she might go for teaching a bunch of poorer people how to fight and defend their homes more. So she'll, teach them how to spar and how to use a basic dagger or spear. Probably the spear is the most common as a project. And she's like, right, I'm going to train 60 people or 100 people, 3 hours each sort of thing. And she'll just do that every now and then while traveling on a quest, in between quests, or if they're holding up for the winter and they're, staying in the village. And she'll just work on that bit by bit. And once she's done that, then she'll get some XP or advancement marks as part of that. Alternatively, she could lean into the wrath more and go, no, I'm going to take on 3 boss tier bad guys, because it's like minion regular boss. And she's like, I'm going to fight. So over the quests, and she fight off 3, not necessarily on her own, because it's not about solo, unless she says, this is I'm going to be taken on one-on-one or whatever. That's up to her. And the keeper or the GM can certainly weave that into the story, where at some point one of the big bosses will do the stare across the courtyard, you, me, going to fight one-on-one, and that'll help fill off that project, as well as make an interesting dramatic moment for a warrior, basically. So now we go to quests. So Anya and her party, her comrades, her fate weave, traveling around, and we'll go with investigation. I'm just going to choose the first in each section. I'll show you. So down under investigation section, down towards the bottom, I'm going to choose out of the pick list the first on each section. Okay, so we were traveling by chariot and we were seeking justice. So maybe some bad guys raided the village, and her team said, look, go get back what they stole, or go kill them, or both. This isn't chivalric era. This is kill or be killed sort of time. Unfortunately, it's the Bronze Age. So they're like, go and get our stuff back, or go and kill them, or bring them back here, so apologize and make give us money, extra money as payment, or something new. And then something from the past rocks up. So during their fate weave, when you're discussing background events, maybe you did a mission against the Fomori, and maybe the Fomori are waiting in ambush. So while you're chasing something else on your chariots, the Fomori come out because they've been hunting you guys, Anya and her team, for a while. Revealed itself right there. And it's tied into our fears. Like, one of them's been afraid of the Fomori since, because they got badly beaten up. But now they've maybe got to roll willpower or avoid peril roll for PBTA to try and, are they going to chicken out and run for it because the Fomori have jumped out of ambush, or are they going to go face their fears like, now we can face the Fomori? But yeah, that's just a bronze quest, bang, from the pick list. There's 3 in each category, 5 categories. And bang, there's your initial encounter. You could slow it down, of course, and say, describe the chariot chase and who you're chasing. And then, describe the weather, like what weather and how dark or warm it is. Right. All right, so that's a bronze quest. Well, it's just deal with the threat, or these 2 threats, if the thing you're chasing and the Fomori are not aligned, because they might be. It might have been a setup. Yeah. Okay, so now we're still trekking along with Anya and her crew. There's been a bit of they've been on a few quests. So now we'll do a gold quest. So working for, I'll have a quick look. All right, so we'll do the last on each section of these pick lists for the gold quest. Now, these are high risk, high reward. So you're going to have multiple combats and all threats. Like if you're jumping a chasm or going up a mountain, it's a tall one, and falling will seriously hurt you. It's not just, they're physically threatening very much. So 5 categories, going down the last in each zone. So you're working for the ascendancy of Storven, who are mostly fairy, fae creatures. going to hostile land, so you're going into enemy territory. It's a link to Fate Weave event, so that's your background events. In this case, we would say there was Fomori they fought. So they're probably going to TNR Driss down the southwest. They've been sent by the ferry saying, we need these 12 special mushrooms that only grow in autumn in this fen 30 kilometers over the border. But we'll give you a truckload of cash or a wagon load of cash for this. It's in the middle of nowhere, so it's not near a big town or fortification, which is good. You're just going to have to deal with any patrols or native monsters. Oh, there's undead. Now, of course, you don't know that going into it. Maybe there's some ghosts or ghouls in the area. Test and reward from a deity. So, okay, I got to pick a deity. I'm going to say Lear, the god of the sea. So maybe they've got to go across a river or a bit of a bay to get there. And it's really stormy. And yeah, they've just got to do some pretty good swimming rolls. Otherwise, they get washed up and delayed and lose half their gear. But if they're proven worthy, they might find something interesting on the other side, like a item that helps them or something, because it's a test. The god's testing them to see if they're worthy of his attention in this case. Yeah, and that's it. That's just gives you a bit of a framework of what's going to happen in this quest. Now, lastly, Silver Quest is a bit more tied into sort of what's going on. Oh, hang on. Let's go back to Gold Quest for a sec. So we said it was tied into the Fomori from the first one. So maybe there's some Fomori tracking them. Maybe there's been some Fomori in the area that they're going to recently, and they have the option to go and track them and hunt them down or follow them and, spy on them, see what's going on, or not. That'll be their choice. But there's still some link there to past dealings with the Fomori. So, Silver Quest. So Anya is a human hunter. So we have human hunter is Destiny. So we have Destiny, ghouls, and cave. So maybe when she was little, there was prophesied that she would fight some ghouls in a cave or near a cave, or have a fight in a cave that would change her life. And it's Destiny, so it's important. It affects her. Like maybe when she goes to this quest and has to clear out these ghouls that have been hunting at things in the villages, she sees, the folly of her wrathful ways and doesn't want to fight as much, or it upsets her seeing ghouls feast on people or something. So maybe her vice changes from wrath to gluttony, and she takes up drinking because it's Destiny. It's an important event to that character, but that's up to her how she reacts. It's just there will be something psychologically changed or shocking in there, because it's not just a run-of-the-mill mission. It's something important happens. Also includes scene in deviation or fight. All right, so deviation is a corruption of someone from their past. So maybe someone she's traveling with is actually a spy, or maybe they're not as devout as they used to be and have taken up worship of Fomori or something. And the party will have to deal with that. But this is all just by looking at the tables on Silver Quest and working with what you've already established in the game, because you never start with Silver Quest. It's always part way in. All right. Hope that all makes sense. Yeah, thank you.